This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see third-year man Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears as they match up with the great Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. Standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, the tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
To be considered for the MVP award in the NFL, it's got to be a season of not just consistency, but spectacular consistency, and he's had it all the way through.
I think you're right. He's been as consistent, more consistent probably than anybody else as the numbers bear out. And the social media chatter for the MVP races certainly start to ramp up. I know you and I have felt that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Right now, he's in the pole position as we head down the stretch.
Rodgers now on first down. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 5 catches, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And he now has 8 touchdowns on the season, and I just know this. He's going to be so eager to run routes in this one and try and get to the end zone at least 2 more times. 10 is a key number. Really signifies that you've had a big year.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On second down, it's Hunt, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Time to feature the offensive starters, and our first chance to get a look at Parker.
Devontae Parker came out of Louisville with a guy who was known as a mature receiver. Runs routes really well, but the best part of his game, he'll jump over you at the end of a route and go get the football.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
They spent the week at practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the number 1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers throwing again. And he finds Parker here, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
So here come the Bears under second-year coach Matt Nagy. They'll be led out by their quarterback who grew up just outside of Cleveland on Lake Erie, Mitchell Trubisky. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. That defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic could get you scored on again.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago. To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky. Robinson's got it. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. You told me before it's tough to identify how to block a 3-4 defense. There wasn't a whole lot of blocking there.
And one other thing an offensive line coach told me, if you want to run wide against a 3-4, which is difficult to do because of the speed of the outside linebackers, it's often difficult for your offensive linemen to hit targets in space and create lanes for your guys to run through.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Catch made here by Campbell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Rodgers now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Give him 30 yards there. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
58, come on.
Williams will try again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Samaje Perine, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes our score 17-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Samaje Perine. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. That's complete to Robinson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. 17-0 our score after 1. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Trubisky. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And a penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
The extra point splits the uprights. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. That was off kilter. Offense up front, everyone was just kind of out of sync.
Well, from my perspective, that certainly looked like the defense just destroyed that play, absolutely just took it over.
All right, so I'm going to revamp what I said. The defense was in sync. How about that?
Oh, I like that one.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers under a heavy rush.
It's moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now it's a quarter. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
They were the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He finds Robinson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On first down, Trubisky. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Needed more than 3, but that's all they got. And it's 4th down.
Well, they dialed up the screen there, hoping that convoy of blockers could get out in front and get them enough yardage for the first down, but they were able to get there before he got to the sticks.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live foot through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30, past the 20, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. In for the score. Well, the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead.
That's it, baby.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Jamal Williams. 3rd down here.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Jeff Locke now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky, it's complete to Robinson. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning so far.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellows in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Trubisky will throw. This is Miller, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He hits White, complete. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Trubisky to throw again. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Again, it's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one in SoCal. The Vikings and the Chargers from Dignity Health Sports Park. Coverage at 8:20 Eastern, 5:20 Pacific on EA Sports. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run, Montgomery. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Trubisky. That's caught by Montgomery. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss two in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Well, you've told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases, because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
And took him down in the backfield. There he goes, right side. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Rodgers going to throw. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete to White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now. It's Montgomery. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet. The thing 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A Chicago 1st down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cohen. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Trubisky to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
On third down, Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On play action, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Now it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The end result, 21 yards.
180! This is 50. Check my 50. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And this is caught. It's White for a Bears touchdown. Kevin White, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
The previous play is under review.
Trubisky's pass complete to Kevin White. Touchdown, Chicago.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Extra point right down the middle, and that will shave one more off this lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback. But we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
The Packers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
51's the mic. Hey, tight.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here's Jeff Locke now. He's been terrific so far. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure. Oh, Cohen lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. But once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. The Packers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yards.
Touchdown, Packers! Devontae Parker, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Crosby with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Trubisky. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And Robinson with a big catch. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Trubisky, and he'll complete this one to Patterson. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. To the football, it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball. The big fella, he's at the 40, 20, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right. Usually
it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Trubisky, able to find Shaheen here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. A gain of 6 there on first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Trubisky to throw again. And that is incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Again, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool. But they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.